K-frame model 15. End frame 3844, exact same loads.
Well, hello everybody, this is Max and welcome to Fun with Guns. Today we're going to talk about recoil versus muzzle rise. Anyone who shoots regularly gets a practical object lesson in Newtonian physics, where every action and equal and opposite reaction. But there's a difference between straight recoil and actual muzzle rise. Now, to run a little experiment, I shot identical ammunition from two .38s, a K-frame and an N-frame. Now, in all fairness, the K-frame did have small wood grips and the N-frame had rubber packmires. But still, I noticed a substantial difference in the amount of both recoil and muzzle rise. To try and get something that you might call a control group, I let my wife shoot both revolvers. She actually found the N-frame very pleasant, but the K-frame, being light and having more muzzle rise and a more abrupt recoil, she found quite uncomfortable. As most of you probably know, there are two stages in recoil. One is the combustion of the cartridge pushing the gun rearward, and secondly is the bullet leaving the end of the barrel. In revolvers, bolt action, and lever action rifles, any firearm that doesn't have some sort of semi-automatic or shock absorbing mechanism involved, the shooter feels the entire brunt of the opposite reaction. However, in certain guns such as the .45 automatic, the mechanism of the gun, the barrel unlocking, the slide coming back, the springs compressing, all absorb some of the shock. This helps to reduce recoil. But in the end, muzzle rise and recoil, although directly related, are not necessarily the same thing. If you watch an artillery piece fire, you'll see it has massive recoil, but since the mounting point of the tube or barrel is in line with the barrel, the recoil is straight back. There's very little in the way of what you would call muzzle rise. However, in most pistols, since your hand grips the pistol well below the center point of the recoil, the result is your wrist tends to work as a pivot, thereby allowing for muzzle rise. Of course, things such as magneporting, compensators, and of course, extended lugs on barrels as well as barrel length can help to reduce this. Revolvers such as the Chiappa have put the barrel on the bottom to help keep the recoil going straight back. And that's another thing, is the arm receiving the recoil. As you can see in this image, there's a shock wave running down my arm when I fire the pistol. The more in line that recoil path is with your arm, the less muzzle rise you tend to have. Other issues such as the physical size of the grip and how much purchase your hand can get against it will impact how much muzzle rise you get by how much slippage you get on the firearm. Proper technique in gripping a firearm can help reduce muzzle rise, but recoil is going to be consistent. The key is to manage the recoil as much as possible, and ergo the muzzle rise as much as possible, by good grip and control of the firearm, and that of course takes practice. So in the end, proper technique pays off, but Newtonian physics still rules the day. Well, this is Max with Fun with Guns. Hope you enjoyed this little bit on recoil and muzzle rise, and please be safe.